Right. Oh, I'm gonna lose my bloody mind. So I've been sitting here for 2 hours now trying to create this video. Can you believe it? It's a Sunday, and this is my weekly summary. For all those that don't know me, I'm Dave, and I'm doing the 30-day challenge where for 30 days I'm going to be uploading videos and seeing how I improve and get better. So I've got a mic. This microphone is where I speak into. So generally I would put it on my clothes. Yeah, on my clothes, and then this part goes into the phone. But I didn't charge it properly. So the first few videos, I had a bit of stage fright this morning. So yeah, if anyone's looking at this arm, I burned it in the line of duty with steam. So I don't know if you can see the skin's a bit blotchy. So if you're wondering why, yeah, well, my arm looks a bit funny. I'm a plumber as well, and I've been doing plumbing for 19 years now. Oh, I feel so old. Anyway, so started this 2 hours ago, and in the beginning couldn't stay on topic, was finding I was very intimidated, and getting major stage fright, couldn't talk. But it's quite shocking to me because it's not my first day of doing this, and up until now I've actually been kind of like, yeah, okay, relaxed, not too stressed. I think because now I've had enough time for the nerves to kick in, for me to, probably shouldn't rub my nose either, for me to start, yeah. Anyway, enough said. So, weekly summary, week 2. And not the first time I'm doing this, because with the mic not being charged, I did a whole recording. I had 2 whole recordings and no audio. So at least I know that the mics do work, because they wouldn't have had no audio. Anyway, enough said. Don't overthink it. So I've got 7 little topics I'm going to speak about. So this is week 2 summary, 7 topics. First one is 1, don't overthink it. 2, thumbnails, good or bad. 3, have a topic, write a script. This is what I'll speak about my experience on these different things. Keep it short, keep videos short, doing shorts versus doing shorts, keeping it short, doing shorts. The YouTube Studio app, there's a separate app to YouTube. Take my time, pace myself. So taking my time and pacing myself. What do I mean by that? What time? Pace myself with what? And then having fun and experimenting. So those are the 7 different things I'm going to speak about briefly. I'm going to stay on topic and try to keep each one to 30 seconds or to a minute each, so they're digestible. Right, so don't overthink it. I have been overthinking this like crazy. It's the quickest way for me to talk myself out of doing this. It's so easy for negative self-talk and for the nerves to kick in and for this to become scary and intimidating. And maybe there's a good reason that I didn't charge my mic, because I was rambling. But now I've rehearsed this over and over and over and over and over and over again, so it's easier for me to actually know what I want to talk about. Yeah, don't overthink it. I've made a commitment to my wife, myself, and other people that I'm going to do 30 videos, or 30 days of uploading and speaking to the camera, and that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, create a bit of a library by doing it, and it's me brainstorming future projects when I'm a professional YouTuber. Great. Yeah, experimenting. All the ideas that I'm coming up with, once I've created a little post, a little short video on it, then I know it's saved. I don't have to think about it again. How awesome is that? Okay. Second thing that I want to speak about is I've been playing around with thumbnails the past 2 weeks, a little bit, not much. Okay, not really much, because right now the aim is just to do the 30 days of video content, 30 days of of filming. Thumbnails could be maybe the project for the next month. Play around with different thumbnails and see the results. But the 1 or 2 times that I have put a thumbnail on a video, that video got more views. And I used an app, you can say it's an app. I went online on my phone to a website called Canva, and I signed up for the free trial, and I played around with some, and it's got a section that's YouTube thumbnails, and I played around with that, and it's all very user-friendly and very easy, so slightly time-consuming, but it's not overly time-consuming. And if I did have a channel that had enough subscribers and wanted to monetize and it was financially viable, then it makes perfect sense to try and maximize my income and maximize my viewership and exposure and so forth, and package things professionally. And a thumbnail helps that, and in my experience it has worked. So my average, brand new at this, as I said, not even 2 weeks in, and my average watch time, number of views or viewers per video is maybe 8. So 8 people watch a video. But the ones with thumbnails were over 30. So it's okay. So it's more than 3 times, it tracks more than 3 times the number of people. So it's okay. And it's quite a stark, clear, for me, enough said. Having a topic. So I think starting out, before I have an audience or a community or people that know me or want to watch anything that I have to say, or even knowing what I'm going to speak about or what this channel is going to be about. Right now, my YouTube channel is about starting a YouTube channel, and but I might want to make it about watercolor art, or being a plumber and sharing plumbing knowledge, plumbing experience, or maybe what it's like to get out of debt, because I've had lots of debt that I've paid off, or running a business, challenges of running a business, or being a dad, or it could be a daily blog. There's so many, you can kind of invent yourself, and if I find the right audience and they guide me as to what I should be producing. I mean, it could be a food blog. It could be, if you want to know about Cape Town's restaurants and food. I don't know if there's too many programs about Cape Town, or maybe going on holidays. I'll imagine how awesome that would be. But the idea is we're going to find, for the weekly content, not the weekly summaries like this. I don't know how many weekly summaries I'm going to do, but for now it's nice to have a summary that I can go back in a few years maybe, or a few months, whatever, and see where I was at that stage and how I've improved and what I learned and so forth. And maybe there's 1 or 2 people out there that also, it could accelerate your own journey and you could get to where you're going much quicker. Not through a YouTube guru expert with a fantastic studio and he's a brilliant public speaker, and he or she has got the latest cameras, and I kind of like the startup amateur stuff myself, but anyway, the beginner, because it's more raw and real, and it's less intimidating and off-putting. People don't realize that by being too polished when presenting to a newbie or newcomer, that you're actually putting them off and intimidating and scaring them away. So it's doing the opposite of what the intention is, which is to train and coach and help and encourage. That's just my experience anyway, could be wrong. So I think having a topic and writing a bit of a script. So for this video I've written a bit of a script. I've got a basic general layout, and I've rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed, and the topic is my weekly summary. But the weekly videos as well, I'm going to try and keep them shorter and to the point, and have a subject and a topic, and in the long run it might be a thumbnail with that subject and a title, and hopefully that draws people in who are interested in a particular subject or particular topic. And also then I'll see which ideas, concepts, which topics, which direction, help to steer me to know the right direction to go, which one has the best payoff, and what people are the most interested in. And it can keep the videos short, because if I have 5 things I want to speak about. Instead of talking for 25 minutes, I can do 5 short 5-minute videos and have each one as a topic, and then that's 5 separate videos that are out there. Maybe the algorithm, showing them to people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rather make 5 smaller videos on a particular subject, so I can retain people's attention. They don't lose interest halfway through or after 2 minutes. If somebody saw, oh, it's a short little video, let's see what he has to say. Oh, it kind of makes, resonate a little bit, that's cool. Yeah, I'll watch a little bit more, maybe watch 3 minutes of the 5-minute video. It's better than having a 25-minute video that nobody ever watches. And yeah, so, and it's good for me to get feedback. And it takes the pressure off me as well. Anyway, keeping it shorts. That's the thing. Having a topic, having a subject means that I could keep things short. And I'm also quite enjoy having little shorts. That's kind of the shorts seem to do really well. Having shorts, and I'm playing around with which shorts. You know, I'm a plumber, so put out a couple of plumbing shorts. And I don't know if it's people Googling and typing in search topics, but those ones I sometimes get 2,000 views on a little, burst pipe, or leaking this or leaking that. And maybe that will encourage one if there's 2,000 views of a plumbing emergency that I filmed, like an overflowing drain, then maybe one of the 2,000 people will then go to my page and watch 1 or 2 of my videos. And they might think, oh, that's quite interesting. Or, oh, sweet, he's starting out and he's struggling, let's be supportive. You never know. But anyway, it's a good marketing wing of doing this. I want to be a success at anything I do. I'm not doing this to fail. I'm doing this to be successful. And also, I don't want to bore people or make a bad impression. And I'm realistic as to how much attention people probably want to give to my videos. They probably don't have hours and hours that they want to sit devoted to somebody rambling on about something, and they might have a different opinion as well. So anyway, next thing is the YouTube Studio. So my son introduced me to YouTube Studio, and I've spent a couple of hours playing around with it and checking things out and looking at the algorithms, and getting a little bit bummed because I'm brand new to this. I don't have subscribers, and I don't have an audience, I don't have a community, and people click on the video and they click off immediately because I haven't figured out how to keep people's attention or retain attention, and I don't know what my subjects are going to be. I don't know, what to talk about, what the topic, what the direction this channel is going to be, or what a potential future audience would even want me to make the channel about. And I don't have a polished, put together, enough said. So I'm literally just playing around with things, but it's also, I've gotten a lot of feedback as to the things that that I exceeded my expectations. There's some things that I got more views and more interest than I expected, and some that got nothing. And very, very handy tool, the YouTube Studio. And I'm gonna make a point of not spending too much time on the YouTube Studio or obsessing about the algorithms and the apps. And again, don't want to overthink it. So back to topic 1. I'm not going to overthink things. I'm not going to allow myself to just talk myself out of it and become overthink it and get disheartened and lose interest and get burned out and feeling hopeless. I'm thinking in 10 years time. So I'm 45 now. When I'm 55, and I've just been constantly uploading and playing around with and learning and experimenting when I have free time, or when the company's a bit quiet, then maybe I'll get a editing app or editing program and play around with it. And when I have a good month, and maybe upgrade my computer, get some speakers, my wife gave me video cam. I could, yeah, and maybe I'll even do streaming. Who knows? Enough said. So, so the YouTube studio is something I'll play around with, but I'm not going to allow it to. I'm not going to talk myself out of starting and doing and experimenting. And then that's where it comes to pace myself, take my time and pace myself. And I guess that comes down to being realistic and having realistic expectations and not putting too much pressure on myself. And not expecting a massive overnight success, which I don't. And I know I don't have the time I don't have the time firstly, and I'm not interested in yeah. I'm just gonna take things very slowly and carefully. This by doing uploads or doing uploads. Right now, the most important thing is just to get relaxed and comfortable, staring at the camera and talking, and getting used to that, and not and just honoring my commitment to myself to doing that daily and getting used to that, and that's fine. Great. And that's where taking my time and pacing myself, going at my own pace, not comparing myself to other people, and not worrying that not thinking I'm a huge overnight success or a huge failure, or just being realistic, calm. For now, just a daily blog, daily upload. I'm playing around with filming from different angles and locations and positions. Maybe eventually I'll find one spot that I like to film from the most. This seems like quite a nice spot with the painting in the background. And I've turned my phone onto airplane mode so I don't get interruptions. Anyway, and then the last topic was having fun and experimenting. So I'm having lots of fun. Yeah, believe it or not, it is might just seem like I put the camera on and talk, which is kind of what I do. But there's a lot that goes on behind all that. A lot of thinking and planning and obsessing, and just it's fun, and it's nice to upload something and then it's there on the YouTube, on my YouTube profile, recorded, and I can go back and see how many weeks of things, and I'm looking forward to the slow incremental improvement and going back and looking at how I've improved and what I sounded like, what I looked like, the quality of the content I produced at this stage, that stage, this stage, and enough said. Genuine, having fun with that and experimenting. Yes, I must actually, if I'm going to do this, I must explore all the different aspects in a small way, because again, I don't want to burn myself. I want to pace myself and take my time. But I am slowly exploring things and ideas and doing a little bit of research, watching a few things online, speaking to people in my inner circle, and that's kind of, that makes it enjoyable, pleasant and manageable. And what I find encouraging for me is watching people who are also just starting out, brand new, in my kind of age group, middle-aged people, just starting out doing content creation, who also don't have money or facilities. Sometimes it's nice to watch a rags to riches, somebody who's a little bit down and out, who's using YouTube or content creation to kind of pick themselves out of a hole, and slowly start in watching their journey as they put their lives together, and the fact that when a person in that sort of state starts out, they're really having a tough time and they don't know how they're going to get through one day at a time, but every day is a new video, and they're sharing about their struggles and challenges and how they get through each day. And eventually, if you keep watching their stories, most are much better off a couple of weeks down the line than they were when they started out. And I think I'm in the same sort of boat. I'm starting out and I'm having a little bit of a tough time financially, but I've been in much worse It seems like the color on this phone, anyway, it keeps going light and dark. I don't know if that's just on the screen, but anyway, enough said. Thank you so much. If anyone is watching right now, got to this point, thank you so much. If anyone liked or subscribed, I'm just incredibly grateful, and thank you so much. At this point, it's very much startup, early days, experimenting, playing around with, learning, and yeah, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna keep uploading and sharing the journey of being on this journey, and what it's like from somebody who's coming from zero knowledge and experience of creating content and having a channel to yeah, what I'm finding as I go along this path. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Sunday, whoever's out there. Okay, cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.